I guess the only Ric Flair drip now is when he spills his beer at the Pearl in Tampa. Apparently, that's his favorite hangout spot where he gets sloshed. And speaking of Ric Flair getting sloshed, as if it couldn't get any more embarrassing, although I don't know what's more embarrassing, Flair doing this or people paying hundreds of dollars expecting anything coherent out of Ric Flair. Ric Flair is on Cameo, and for at least $500, $10,000 if you're a business, you can get Flair to deliver a message to a loved one, like for a birthday or an anniversary or a wedding. Actually, you might want to think twice if it's for a wedding. For someone who's been married 5 times, he may not be the right person to wish you well in wedded bliss. But Eric, you see, is a fan of Ric Flair, and he is getting married soon. And his sister, Tina, spent $1,000 on a cameo from Flair to wish her brother well on his upcoming wedding day. And what she got, according to her, was the worst thing that he has ever been gifted. The video was from April, but I guess it only went viral this week. In it, Flair could be seen sitting in a bar, probably the Pearl, telling the groom that Tina, the family, and the military boys were sending him this video as a gift. He says, "I guess this is a beautiful gift. I'm not sure why." Then he actually reads what's written, I guess, and says, "Oh, bachelor gift. Gotcha, man." And then came his urgent plea as he slurred his way through this. He said, "Don't do it. No, he's getting married. Oh my God. Why would you get married, motherfucker? It's the worst possible commitment you could do because the day after you get married, 50% of everything is hers. I don't care how beautiful she is. Just stay her girlfriend." Which doesn't even make any sense, but he was probably 15 deep by this point at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So in this review, Tina was clearly very upset that she spent $1,000 on this, calling the video unbelievable. She said, "After spending nearly $1,000 to have someone my brother admired enough to have tattooed on him, wish him luck on his wedding, I would have expected Rick to at least browse through the notes ahead of time and not read it word for word the first time, and most definitely not tell him that he's making a mistake and to remain a GF because he was so fucked up that he could barely speak right. What would have been a great gift ended up being the worst thing he's ever been gifted." But that's not even the best one this week. There's another review from a customer who said, "I paid $600 for Rick to sit in a restaurant blasted out of his mind and say my dad's name wrong. I paid for him to say Merry Christmas to my father Buff. He called him Barf." I just read the instructions word for word. "I'm super disappointed I spent money on this. I would have gotten someone who actually puts the effort in for $600. To a regular person, that's a lot of money. I'm not going to give a Christmas video to my father with his hero calling him Barf." I don't know. If I sent a birthday cameo to my father, if he was still around, and Ric Flair called him Barf, he would laugh his ass off. Like, I know that for a fact. But I would also never pay $600 for a Ric Flair cameo. Meanwhile, you got Roman Reigns, who spent some of his holiday time this week, 2 days before Christmas, visiting the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital in Hollywood, Florida, delivering pizza to kids at the hospital. And they came from Mimi's Ravioli nearby. They wrote on social media, "I don't know if you know this guy's story, but he's a true hero. It's 2 days before Christmas and all the money in the world, and this guy is picking up pizza to deliver to the sick kids at the hospital on his own time. They don't make them like this guy. This guy is what you call a true life hero. I'm glad we can call Joe our friend. Thank you for stopping by, saying hello, and bringing the kids pizza. It's an honor to have you walk through my doors, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing and keep paying it forward. God created people like you to make this a better place." Here's a good life lesson heading into the new year. Be more like Roman Reigns and less like Ric Flair.